white Americans are more likely to be shot and killed in mistakes.
Candace, you can't actually believe that.
Just based on a percentage rate. White Americans, unarmed, are more likely to be shot and killed by police officers in mistakes, shot and killed by police officers in these correspondences than black Americans. That is a fact.
You as an African-American woman that wasn't brought up in the inner cities of poverty couldn't quite understand an officer stepping into a community of a lifestyle he doesn't understand. Since you're doing the math, we can't even count the innocent people that were killed before the era of cell phone and the internet. Your stats and percentage from what someone manually added up doesn't count.
What are you even talking about?
Let's talk about the woman that called for help and was interrogated by public servants.
That this woman was not mentally there. And even if she did throw boiling water at you, I don't see how saying, she said, I will rebuke you. I think she said, in the name of the Lord. And then he says, no, you will not, because I will shoot you. I mean, that is like very extreme, very aggressive. And he then proceeds to, he says, I will shoot you in the face. I mean, that's just like, what are you even talking about? Over a woman with boiling water. Now, parking that aside, of course, as I have said since the beginning of time, there are mistakes that police officers are human beings. There are mistakes that happen, and the idea that now you're going to use this situation and all the usual suspects are already involved, we know that Attorney Crump is already involved, to then try to make black Americans believe that this happened simply because she was black is pointedly ridiculous. So I am saying to black Americans today, do not take this bait. Yes, what happened in this situation, I think he's going to have a very hard time, this officer, saying that he absolutely felt so threatened by boiling water that the only solution was for him to mindfully say, I'm going to shoot you in the face, and that's what he did.
First of all, Candace, we're not going to sit here and seesaw the canvas. The picture is very clear. This officer showed up at this woman's house and treated her as though she was a criminal. Now, we're not going to sit here and play pretend just because you're in an interracial relationship that racism doesn't exist right here in 2024. I just was employed at a NASCAR building. I spoke to a man. He turned from white to fuchsia pink just because I said good morning. Just because you find yourself affiliated with Caucasians doesn't mean a lot has changed. Do you think this officer will be held accountable and penalized to the max?
I think that's going to be a very steep hill to climb. But the reaction from black America cannot be exactly what they want. There is a reason that whoever is in control of Joe Biden's account instantly tweeted about this, okay? It's because they think we're stupid. They think we're emotional. They think that we always respond illogically and emotionally, and that it's an easy way for them to shore up votes by saying, oh, look, forget that we've destroyed everything around you and that we got you to burn down your neighborhoods, burn down your neighborhoods in 2020. And then obviously stole a bunch of money because none of that money actually went to making your neighborhoods better. And so now those communities are desolate. Forget all of that, because look, another video, and this means racism is back, and vote for us because we're going to show you how emotional we are.
Candace, I don't know what delusional planet you live on, but you need to take the suburban stick out your ass. Racism never left. Now, you just put the spotlight on a culture that has been disrespected for centuries. Burning down buildings and property of people that come into the community that profit off of blacks and don't like blacks. And since you like to talk about percentage and stats, let's talk about the biggest consumers in America. That's African Americans. Now, I don't know where you're getting that information from that black people are burning up their homes in the community. That's false. But outsiders setting up establishments in the community getting burned down, now that's fact. And those young folks that you see on television looting and robbing, they're robbing folks that's been robbing us for years. Let me take it back some. I want to reflect on something that you said earlier. So you're saying that Biden showing remorse to Sonya Massey is trying to influence the black community to act out a character?
The only reason whoever is in control of his account is putting that out there is because too many black Americans are turning toward Trump.
Now, I don't think that's what Biden was trying to do, and you actually sound coerced like someone told you to spin that narrative. The last time I checked, people are not voting orange. They're voting blue.